The Ottoman Empire emerged in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, during the late 13th century. It was a turbulent time. The mighty Seljuk Sultanate of Rum, which had ruled over Anatolia, was crumbling. From its ashes rose small, independent Turkish states known as beyliks. One such beylik, led by the ambitious Osman I, would lay the foundation for one of history's most enduring empires. Osman I, a skilled warrior and shrewd leader, unified the Turkish tribes in western Anatolia. He declared independence from the Seljuk Sultanate in 1299. This marked the birth of the Ottoman Empire. Osman's dynasty would rule for over 6 centuries, leaving an indelible mark on 3 continents. The early Ottomans, fueled by Islamic zeal and a thirst for conquest, expanded rapidly. They were a formidable military force. Their cavalry, known as sipahis, were renowned for their speed and agility. They were armed with bows and arrows, swords and lances. The Ottomans were also adept at exploiting new military technologies. They adopted the use of gunpowder, which proved decisive in their many victories. The Ottomans used cannons to great effect during sieges, effectively battering down the walls of their enemies. This military prowess, combined with Osman's political acumen, laid the groundwork for the empire's remarkable expansion in the centuries to come. Osman's successors continued his legacy of conquest. They expanded the empire's frontiers throughout the 14th century. They conquered vast swathes of territory in both Europe and Asia. The Byzantine Empire, once a formidable power, was now on the verge of collapse. The Ottomans, sensing weakness, began to chip away at the Byzantine frontiers. Murad I, Osman's grandson, was a key figure in this expansion. He conquered Adrianople, the second city of the Byzantine Empire, in 1369. Adrianople, later renamed Edirne, became the Ottoman capital. This strategic victory gave the Ottomans a firm foothold in Europe. It paved the way for further conquests in the Balkans. The Ottomans instituted a system of governance that integrated conquered peoples into their expanding realm. They offered relative religious tolerance. Conquered populations were often allowed to retain their own faiths. This pragmatic approach helped the Ottomans to consolidate their control over diverse populations. The Ottoman military machine continued to grow in strength. The Ottomans developed the Janissaries, an elite infantry corps composed of Christian boys taken from conquered territories. These boys were forcibly converted to Islam. They were rigorously trained from a young age to become loyal and formidable soldiers. The Janissaries became the backbone of the Ottoman army for centuries. By the 15th century, the once mighty Byzantine Empire was reduced to a small enclave around Constantinople. The city, strategically located at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, was all that stood between the Ottomans and complete domination of the Eastern Mediterranean. Mehmed II, known as the Conqueror, ascended to the Ottoman throne in 1451. He was determined to capture Constantinople. He assembled a vast army and navy equipped with the latest military technology, including massive cannons. In 1453, after a 7-week siege, Constantinople fell to the Ottomans. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves throughout Europe. It marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, an empire that had endured for over a millennium. It ushered in a new era of Ottoman dominance in the Eastern Mediterranean. Mehmed II moved swiftly to consolidate his conquest. He declared Constantinople the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. He renamed the city Istanbul. He set about rebuilding the city, commissioning mosques, palaces and markets. Istanbul soon became a thriving center of trade, culture and learning. The Ottoman Empire reached its zenith in the 16th century under the reign of Suleiman I, known as Suleiman the Magnificent in the west and the lawgiver in the east. Suleiman was a brilliant military strategist, a skilled administrator and a patron of the arts. He presided over the greatest expansion of the Ottoman Empire. Suleiman led his armies to victory in Europe, Asia and Africa. He conquered Belgrade, Rhodes and Hungary. He laid siege to Vienna, pushing the Ottoman frontiers deep into the heart of Europe. Suleiman's reign marked the high point of Ottoman power and prestige. Suleiman was not only a conqueror but also a lawgiver. He reformed the Ottoman legal system. He codified Ottoman law. He established a system of justice that was renowned for its fairness and efficiency. He oversaw a golden age of Ottoman culture and art. He commissioned magnificent mosques, bridges, and palaces. He patronized poets, artists, and scholars. Under Suleiman's rule, the Ottoman Empire was one of the most powerful states in the world. It controlled strategic trade routes between East and West. Its navy dominated the Mediterranean Sea. Its army was the largest and most advanced in Europe,